Alright, I'm back with another Destiny 2 video. I was going to do a Diablo 4 video today because even at Weekly Reset, not really all that much has been happening in Destiny. It's Asa saying something vague and us running a deep dive. This week there's of course huge news. There's a fishing event, a fishing quest that you can get from Hawthorne. No, I'm just kidding. That does exist. There is a fishing contest, but Bungie just dropped what I would consider probably one of the most important cutscenes in Destiny history, if not the most. I heard that there was a big cutscene coming up. I knew it was something about the Witness. I know it got leaked, I think months ago, like a long time ago, but I did not hear any details about it, thankfully. So I went in this week blind. There's essentially nothing you have to do this week. You go do a lost sector. that's literally it in the throne world. Then you go back to Asha and we learn everything, kind of. The origins of the Traveler, the birth of the Pyramid Civilization, the origins of the Witness, most stuff about the Veil. Literally, like, most of the biggest questions in the entire Destiny universe are in this one couple-minute cutscene. So Asa knows like the full history of everything. I'm not exactly how she knows all of this. I don't think she was on this planet they're talking about, but the intro is that once upon a time there was a civilization that was kind of like us. You know, they were human-ish things with arms and legs, and I think they just sort of looked like the Witness. I think that's the general impression I got. And they were a civilization that was just starting out, and they had a lot of hope for their future. I'm a little nebulous on this next part, and then they said their hopes kind of manifested into a thing, and the thing was the Traveler, which you see like rising out of the ground, I'm pretty sure. So I think they just like made the Traveler with like pure hope energy or something, or they were really hopeful and then the Traveler came to see them. I'm not sure. So the Traveler was there and it helped them build their civilization. They had their own golden age, and as they build up you can see, oh, this is the Pyramid race. I don't think they have a name. I guess we used to call them the Veil until the Veil showed up as the Veil. Maybe they're still calling themselves the Veil anyway, I don't know. But this is the race, and then they look to the Traveler, which gives them all this power, but gives them no guidance. No guidance at all, which sounds very familiar. The Traveler that never told us anything, other than sending out ghosts to revive us and giving us a golden age. No mention of ghosts here. I don't think the Traveler gave the Witness race ghosts. I don't know, maybe they glossed over that part, but they had big elemental powers. I think they had light powers to whatever extent. So the Witness race of people wanted to find some sort of, they called it the Winnower, after calling the Traveler the Gardener. And this is the old story about the Gardener and the Winnower. I forget what that lore book is called, but you know what I'm talking about. And they found another presence out in the universe, which was the Veil. And they brought the Veil back, and they learned about the darkness from the Veil. So the Veil has something to do with being the genesis of darkness. We kind of already knew that because, it gave us our Strand powers, which is a darkness power. And it powers the Amuna to a certain extent. The Vex want it, or maybe they made it. I don't know. But the plan was to integrate the Veil with the Traveler. And they thought by doing that, they would create kind of this super entity that was, the light and power of the Traveler combined with the guidance and whatever of the Veil into one thing. And the Traveler was like, nope, peace out, not doing that. So the Traveler did what the Traveler does and left. And what happened next was all the people of the Witness race decided that the way to pursue the Traveler was to combine their whole civilization into a single entity. Not 100% sure on how that process works, but that is how the Witness was born. The Witness is the culmination of an entire civilization inside one large dude who can walk through space. It explains all of the smoke coming out of his head with all the faces, because that means those are the souls or whatever of the race. All of the civilization is packed inside him. So he made it his mission to pursue the Traveler across the galaxy. That is why he's pursuing the Traveler, because it abandoned his civilization and he wants to integrate the Veil with it. The Veil seemed like an optional thing for him. Like, we stopped him from getting the Veil on Neomuna, and he made the little portal and got through anyway. I'm not sure if he's still trying to integrate the Veil into it or what's going on with that. Yeah, so that's kind of where we've arrived now. And the rest past that is sort of history. We know the Traveler visited a bunch of the enemy races. The lie was that the Traveler abandoned the Hive, but it didn't abandon the Hive, and that was just a trick by the Witness, and that's why he's able to like control part of the Hive. It's something like that. And then we do know that the Traveler visited the Elixni and left them and created the Whirlwind, and then arrived on Earth. And it essentially is serving the same role on Earth as it did with the original civilization, giving us power, but not really doing anything with it. And then we had the collapse, which almost destroyed everything, were it not for Savathun. I think Savathun's supposed to be the reason that nothing happened. And then all this time, the Witness has been, it uses its army of pyramid ships to seek us out. As we can see, I think he just brought them from home, and you don't need people to operate them because they're possibly paracausal entities in and of themselves, I guess made originally by Traveler Tech or something. But then he has his disciples, and the stipulation for those is you're the last surviving member of your race. He goes around collecting worlds. I'm not really sure what the criteria is for that. Erasing civilizations, collecting worlds. And now he's arrived where the Traveler actually is, and they're locked in this battle where the Traveler's supposed to be dead, I guess. That's what Lightfall was trying to tell us. I'm still skeptical if that was actually true or not, but he's carved his way inside with a little portal, and now, apparently next week, Asha is going to tell us how to get through the portal. My guess would be we take the Veil through the portal, maybe. Can you ride it like a plane? I don't know. I just don't really know how else you would get through the Veil or get through the portal without using something that's like this mystical space object like the Veil. I think there are still some outstanding questions here. I'm still not 100% clear on how the Traveler was born in the first place, but if this is a civilization that can merge several billion people into one guy, maybe they can create a giant orb made out of hope that is also a physical object. I'm also not clear on what the final shape is. I thought the final shape would be combining the Veil with the Traveler. Not sure if that is it or what happens if that happens. And we have a lot of kind of lingering questions about where this is going. But that was a colossal amount of explanation and reveals in a single cutscene dropped in the middle of a random season. The other story stuff this week, it's just you go do Veil containment, and they're talking about making Siva, and there's probably Vex tech inside Cloud Striders, and it doesn't really link to the other reveals. But knowing the history of all that, and I guess another question is, where did the Veil come from? They just sensed this other thing in the universe, and Savathun took it and hid it on Neptune. I don't know. The Veil has been explained a little more, but there are definitely still questions about the Veil. But I thought this was great. I frankly was not expecting something like this until the final shape itself, where we would finally get answers to questions that we've had for 9 years. A lot of those questions are answered in this cutscene to some extent, more than I thought would be. And, we still have a lot of story to go. We have this season, 2 more seasons, and then the final shape itself, which will obviously be the final showdown with the Witness to some extent, and then however Destiny 2 continues beyond the Light and Dark saga. Like the whole Witness is trying to hunt down the Traveler and make the final shape thing is going to be over, and then we will figure out where to go from here. Assuming we keep our light and darkness powers somehow, even without the Traveler, maybe the Veil sticks around. If the battle between the Witness and Traveler ends, then maybe we'll just be stuck with the Veil as our new Traveler. Just see the Veil hovering over the last city. I kind of want to Photoshop that now. Anyway, so that was a good cutscene. Happy to make a Destiny video with some cool things that actually happened in the game. Obviously, I've been taking it really easy this season with all the Diablo play, but certainly a week worth going back for. It's literally, you don't even have to do deep dive. Just do a Lost Sector and watch it in-game. Like, I guess you can watch it on YouTube, but whatever, just log on. Anyway, that is it for today. You can probably watch a 3-hour Bife video about this in a few days where he goes much deeper into it than I did here. I'll stick with 11 minutes, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.